20%, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck this cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. It's never too late to fall in love with the world. Your past is not today, so say you're straight with a twirl. Yeah, we've all made mistakes before, that's the fact of life. But once you restate your heart, you'll be just fine. Now it's your life, you say it's all mine, all mine. Revel in your friends and hobbies, let your heart speak. Wanna drift to say some shit, just block that internet free. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. I messaged some bounty over Tumblr last night. She said, raw X3, so it's true love at first sight. Throw out my candy bracelets, now I'm headed to class. I'm still 20%, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I've fallen in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck this cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I've fallen in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck this cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. It's never too late to fall in love with the world. Your past is not today, so say you're straight with a twirl. Yeah, we've all made mistakes before, that's a fact of life. But once you restate your heart, you'll be just fine. Now with your life, you say it's all mine, all mine. Revel in your friends and hobbies, let your heart speak. Wanna drift or say some shit, just block that internet free. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck this cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life.
Mike. There we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, I see one. That sucks. Oh. I hope people get here soon. Oh, damn. I hope they're gonna be, limitation makes creativity. Oh, man. Anyway. Let's go ahead and get everything ready while we're waiting for some people to get in. Oh, we have Chaos. New Chaos Journey with the aspect of Medea. Interesting. Sure, let's start off with a Chaos Trial. It starts in the first area too, so that's pretty useful.
I accept.
Let's do it. I actually haven't used this thing that much. The skull is a really weird one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh right, wrong way. I'm an idiot. Alright, I call to you, Apollo.
Aren't you?
Yes.
City is beyond salvation.
I know they
they used to worship your mother and father there,
here.
but still. If it were up to me alone, I'd sweep the place away and start anew.
Apollo, really? Buzzkill, buddy. You're being a buzzkill. Have you heard about being a buzzkill? Because you are being a buzzkill. Let us see. Ah, perfect image. A heroic move for a heroic And we lost him. Got it. Oh, frick. It's so weird with this game. Like, yeah, yes, on one hand it is very much just like Greek mythology, but everyone's hot now. I mean, it's Greek mythology. Okay, so wow, it's weird. Nobody's here yet. It's an odd feeling, odd sensation to be in a stream where nobody is here. It's been so long since I've been on my own. Oh, I feel like out of direction. I feel empty inside.
We have someone already on the case.
Oh yes, I'm aware of Hercules and his "I don't want to deal with you" attitude. Very, very, very very Hercules of him. Man, oh man, oh man. But yeah, the Hades 2 stream is up and running. So, we're just doing this as a good startup. Let's grab this frost damage. I'm trying to get the remaining one of the upgrades, essentially. Trying to, like, unlock all the different prophecies. Which eventually say you'll do everything in the game, because the Fates know everything. And you cannot escape them, even when Kronos has chained them to a fucking wall somewhere or something like that. I really, really do wonder what the hell happened to the Fates. Like, how do you... I get that Kronos is, like, the time of time, but even he is beholden to the power of the Fates. Like, no one in Greek mythology is beholden beyond the power of the Fates. They are fate itself. They are everything. There is no, like, defying them. They are the universe, pretty much. Oh shit, okay, so I turned into a literal bomb. And boom! Okay, I'm getting the hang of this thing now. So it's very reliant on this, like, combo with the charge attack being its only thing. Hello, Code and Assembly, you're here! Oh my god, it's finally someone to talk to. Thank you. Oh, it felt so weird, I was alone for so long. Yes, it's only been a few minutes, I know, but, so we're doing, like, a little chaos run real quick. Oh my god, why is my... Oh shoot, my bar is below here. 1 second. I can see my taskbar, and I'm just realizing that. That's not great. Let's go to display. One moment. Shit. I don't know how to fix this. Shoot. Oh well, the taskbar is just gonna be down there for now until I figure out how to fix this. Arctic Ring. Alright, let me go back. I could have sworn I could alter the resolution before. Maybe I can't do that in a run. Anyway, how are you doing? The taskbar is going to be down there until I go back and, like, reset the game. I don't want to do it in the middle of this run, though. But yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I have a leaf laurel. I have a laurel. Like a golden laurel crown thing that I modeled myself in Blender. I have been really enjoying working with Blender. The more I use Blender, the more it feels like an abyss has opened up before me. But I just know, because I'm not even done with my, like, journey around art. I mean, you're not really ever done with your journey down art. But, like, I'm still learning more about, you know, drawing and stuff like that. And even now, I'm just, like, waiting to see what will happen next. Meanwhile, this Blender thing is just like, oh yeah, by the way, there's even more you can do with 3D modeling. And yes, I am hopefully going to learn my lesson about not having the subdivide modifier on when I'm actually doing my original blocking out of everything. I did that, I got the dragon, I've got forelegs and back legs done, and the tail, and I've got the general outline of the head. I'm going to be doing the wing add-ons now, I think tomorrow evening if I get some time. Probably, maybe not tomorrow. I might do it a bit on Saturday when I'm trying to work on the public domain day thing. So I have the physical copy. I finally have a physical copy of the Maltese Falcon from the library, so I can finish up that reading. I had been mostly reading it via ebook, but I kept having to pull it up on archive because I kept to download it. So I'm not like finished with it yet, but I am reading it along. It's been fun. But yeah, working in Blender has been nice. It's been good developing more skill sets, and honestly, I feel much more confident working in Blender now that I've made a few things. Like, I genuinely think working with a base model that I could then make a few, you know, a hat and a glasses and try out stuff with before I, you know, and like modify a little bit by doing the texture painting. Doing that on its own before moving on to actually work on a VTuber myself has been extremely helpful when it comes to like learning Blender and figuring out what to do. The reason we're going back to Hades 2, though, is because I've just been kind of fascinated with this game, honestly. Hades 2 is like... I know it got voted in the Steam vote, like, the best Steam Deck game. And I'm like, oh yeah, best, yeah, it's the best Steam Deck game. And I'm like, no shit. It's basically like, I know I should be playing some Silksong whenever I get some free time, but every time I get like a few minutes of free time, I'm like, you know what? I want to do a bit of a run for Hades 2. Because it's fun. And it takes like, it's like you can do like a single area, you know, in like 10 minutes. So you can like do the, this first area right here, and then you can go away, or you can do a Chaos Trial real quick. It's so easy to pick up a game. It reminds me of when I had Hades 1 for Switch. I think I originally played Hades 1 on the Switch, if I remember correctly. Either that, or I had a copy of it for Switch. And I could just pick it up and play it, and it was great. But yeah, I've been continuing with, like, the various different things you can do, trying to figure out, like, what, you know, unlocking different things for the camp. I finally killed Kronos, but, you know, it's a roguelike and with a story, so death is part of that story, and killing him doesn't actually stop the man. Which is a whole thing. And so now I've finally unlocked the surface, so in this game not only can you go down to Hades, which is like the inverse of what Zagreus is doing, but Melione is also a witch. And so she can cast this spell that allows her to walk on the surface, so I'm actually in the mortal world, which the fates decreed my family should never go to. Which is weird, because, like, Hades pops up to the surface world all the time in the myths. I'm guessing it was because of the first game they really wanted Zagreus to have, like, the tragic escape from the underworld, and then he's bound to the underworld thing. Which is a little weird, but, you know, it works as, a general idea, and now Mel can probably share this new spell, so now Zagreus and the others can go visit their family every once in a while. It's kind of nice. But yeah, so this has been, like, a very fun game. Currently, what we're doing right here is actually not a full run. This is, like, a test run ahead of time, and also it's one of the Chaos Trials. So for those of you who don't know, Chaos is, like, the, primordial entity of Hades. I think we encountered him in the first one. He is the nothingness from which everything was born, and he basically didn't show up in the myths. There are actually a weird amount of, like, proto-primordial entities in mythology like that, where they just show up. Strange. But, in this one, he's actually kind of interesting. I think we saw him on New Year's. Yeah. We gotta go. We do appreciate your help. Thank you. Thank you, Hestia. It means a lot for someone to appreciate when I'm going to save your asses. Alrighty. Heated Rush will do. So for this one, we basically we're given a specific weapon. We're stripped of, like, our normal loadout. So, like, I have, like, whatever cards they happen to give me, which they gave me a pretty sweet deal, actually. And they give you a particular heirloom, and you have to beat it using the weapon and heirloom that Chaos gives you. For whatever mysterious reasons, the Chaos wants you to beat this using the Medea skull. Actually, one of the things I do think is kind of cool is one of the alternates for the weapons are essentially other people who, in the past or future, will or have, in other words, used the item in the past, which is kind of cool. So you get, like, a lot of other characters, and some of them are like, ah, yes, I wielded that in days past. And then you talk to Moros about how, like, hey, Moros, why does, like, the fucking jetpack with rocket gauntlets and a rocket launcher have your, oh yeah, I haven't met Ares yet. I've seen that he has boons to give me, but I haven't actually gotten any of them yet. I know he's there because I see them in the, when you go into, like, selecting the boons, there's always, like, one of the Ares boons. You know, the sword, the bloody sword. But I haven't actually encountered the man yet. Thank you, Aphrodite, for pointing out how weird that is. Found some interesting blurbs of the WAD Syndicate sourcebook. Oh, what are some of the interesting blurbs? I'm very interested in any of that. Ooh, good dodge. Based on the amount of infusion I have. Sweet. What are some of the things it says? Isn't the Syndicate, like, yeah, the Syndicate's the money guys from the Technocracy, right? They are essentially the money wizards. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Yes. Unleash the ghosts. Aid me. Aid your princess in the defeat of our enemies.
It's no use.
Last. Alright. Also, there's a lot of, like, really weird Odyssey references in this game. Like, this might actually basically be the Odyssey reference game, in my opinion. One sec, adding to live chat. Cool, I'll check it as soon as you add them. But no, like, Odysseus has shown up, Circe has shown up, Scylla and Charybdis now have shown up. Basically the entire roster of the Odyssey has essentially made a cameo at this point. Polyphemus is the boss at the end of this first area. Like, it is weird.
You have it.
Alright, we got the Super Blast one. Nice. Okay, Polyphemus. Time to get wrecked. I do like this area. It has this nice thing where you can essentially do the, you get like a set number of doors and you can do them in any order you feel like. And once you break enough pylons, you get in. Okay, let's see here. Let's see real quick about this. So, understanding entropy means understanding that even those who wield it aren't immune from its effects. Everything ends sooner than anyone realizes. How does that mean fate can be delayed? Mage physically destroys a large amount of money or resources. Oh my gods. So are you buying, oh gods, sink his fanciest yacht. Wait, are you seriously? Own a town. Personal town. Any crime punishable by a fine is legal for rich people. Rich mages rarely even notice that fine. They tear down the highway like they own the road, because they do. The patrol captain on the payroll. The mayor directly working for the mage. Implanted with a control trip. Bribed. Who cares? They're bought and paid for. Traffic lights programmed to recognize all her cars. There are no red lights, no traffic, no tickets, no police, no nothing. What the fuck? Businesses she favors pass all inspections and get the best press coverage. Those she despises get shuttered or find themselves under new management. Private world. It requires resources plus 7. Which from what I understand is something you'd essentially have to like pool resources between multiple characters to get that kind of thing. Sanctum 5, owning a city or state, or owning a city, state, or cloud is cool, but it's nothing compared to having your own world. Private world? It's essentially their own Horizon realm. The fuck? Money wizards be powerful. I think it's really funny how even in World of Darkness, where you can literally make reality, anything you want into reality if you're a mage, money is still powerful. In fact, it is almost more powerful as a result. Oh, that is hilarious. That is absolutely... The whole existence wanted me to let you know it's not come yet.
And the whole deal is off.
Oh.
I also get to eat you now.
Yeah, that's not how this works, Polyphemus. Nice try, though.
I find it
Exceedingly
exceedingly difficult to
distant.
believe that primordial
Oh.
chaos would have been in contact with you about such matters.
Nice.
Easier to believe this is all part of the current trial.
Yep, it is. Also, one thing I do like about Polyphemus is he never got that eye back. Like, all the other characters are immortal, but he's just wearing a fake eye headband. He really misses his eye, you can tell, because he got extra ones tattooed onto his chest. Man is trying to cosplay as Argus. Oh, man. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't recognize the name, this is the Cyclops who menaced Odysseus in his many trials on his way home. And who was responsible for eating just a shit amount of his... just a ton of his crewmates. Get wrecked! Get nuked!
The room's empty.
Get nuked! Oof. Oh, damn it. Ah. For Bribe Fate, it's often joked this spell is why rich people rarely face consequences for their actions. That's funny. I mean, honestly, World of Darkness's answers make for a better reason than like real world answers, honestly. Like, is it better to think it's just because people just are okay with letting them get off with what they do? Honestly, World of Darkness is almost like a comfort. Like, at least there, it's literally their willpower that allows it. It's not like just the world is, like, fundamentally broken. Oh, shoot. Alright, I got my death save. Cool. I get a respawn because I have a Arcana card that does that, and I have another one too. Nice. That's good. Oh shit. Come on, get nuked. Yes! For Bride Fate. That is my favorite part, yeah. Like, the fact that you basically just own the town. Like, imagine playing a game. To be fair, this does require resources like 6 and 7 and 8 and influence 4, 5, and 6. You would basically have to spend, like you, and I imagine you also basically need a level of entropy magic in order to do this too. So you would need, like, not only a lot of stuff, but also that, you know, you need, like, a lot of, like, I guess, resource points or experience points in order to even start this up. Or you need to, like, group your resources. Like, I remember when I was reading over the Mage 20th Anniversary Edition, they talked about how you can group some resources together in order to afford more expensive background stuff like this. And since most of them only go up to 5 dots, I imagine like a private world or a personal town is the kind of thing that you basically need like at least 2 mages working together to achieve. Anyway, now that I've done like the little chaos test run, let's go do one for real. But, you know, yeah. And this is like my preferred build now, where I have like regenerating mana and like a huge amount of other stuff going on. There's actually a really cool setup you can do where, so there are a few different setups I have. There's this one which is trying to optimize like having the most possible Arcana cards while balancing like powerful effects like constantly regenerating mana and the boatman free money, extra like dice rolls to re-roll stuff. But then there's this one, which is, there are 2 alternate versions of it. But basically there's this card that says I activate 5 random inactive Arcana cards whenever I vanquish a Guardian. Combine this with a little heirloom that also activates 2 random cards, and this thing can functionally activate all but one of the cards on this board at once with this starting amount. Realize. So it is really fun. I do like doing this. But I'm gonna do like a proper. I have a stable build with. I think I could potentially roll the one that unlocks more cards with my little piggy bank. I'm not sure about that though. I'd have to double check. It might be possible. But holy shit, this is like insane. Prerequisite. Sorry. Oh, hello, Ares.
Beginning to think this one would never show his face.
Finally! It's been so long and I haven't seen Ares. Hey Ares, how you been? I mean, you're probably doing great, because, you know, to have confronted the Typhon with such zeal.
My kin insisted that I act upon the violence spiraling out of control, and I do wish to see your prowess, so here.
Oh good, the war god that everybody hates is here. You know, it really is funny how much, like, hate Ares gets, actually. I watched a short about it recently, and it's made me reevaluate a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ares is still kind of like, you know, Ares. Like, you don't want war showing up to your house. How many screen... oh, I was looking at the other chat. I was looking at the YouTube chat, not, like, the screen chat. The Blade Corrupt won't face trial for it, but are creating that consensus. Be careful what you say. You might not realize how big effects have. How many messages can you see on screen at one time? Like only one? No. I was looking at the YouTube chat log, which only showed, for some reason, it didn't show the oh, okay, it was only doing okay, this was weird. Okay, let me show you something real quick. So, here, I need to show you this. I just realized why I wasn't seeing. I was looking at this chat log and it didn't show it, and then I do live chat and it pops in. For some reason, the top message thing blocked that message, and I have no idea why. That's why I was looking at it. So, it just happens to be in the middle of my screen so I can look straight up. That's why I missed it. I've activated, like, full chats. Why would it block that one message out of any of them? It's so weird. Okay, so although everyone is saying the rich are blatantly corrupt and won't face trial for it, by creating that consensus, be careful what you say. God, that does suck. Okay, well they will eventually face trial for it, or eventually the system they're relying on to get out of trouble will fail them. Eventually. It always does. Like, any power that becomes corrupt enough inevitably gets toppled by its own corruption. And then all the punishment falls upon anyone who hasn't died yet.
At least you can hear me, can't you?
Oftentimes with guillotines or angry mobs, which are not great for the people in power. I would also say that's a consensus a lot of people have. Even if it is like a sort of like a storybook motif, like yeah, the guilty generally in the end face a punishment. Ah, it's heroic, but it replaces my Ares one. I don't really. I should go for the heroic boon.
This is the boon I need.
Yeah, sorry Ares, I'm replacing it. So sorry about that. I will see your message in the future. Ares is gonna be pissed I gave away his boon. But like near instant freeze effect is too good.
Shades, you're free.
Ah, look at that go. Also, when you blast the shade thing, it like releases like a swarm of ghosts. There's a lot of tactical stuff you can do in this area. Use your words, shape reality, form consensus. I shall.
Lord Ares.
Be the reality you want to exist. Creates falling blades over the binding circle. Striking foes with weapons may spill plasma. Grant +1 move and strike speed in this location when touched or soon expires. Okay, I do want to get like extra speed for a whole location. That could be kind of cool.
You.
Alright. But yeah, this is like my caster build with everything. Ooh, yes. Alright. Let's go, go, go. So we're going to go to Polyphemus, and then to Eris, and then up to Prometheus, and eventually to the monstrous Titan. Just, oh. I've gone this route a few times now. I've actually made it all the way to the summit just one time. And like all the way to like the summit of Olympus itself. Just one time, and then I got wrecked by the final boss. So I'm really hoping I can beat him tonight. Never got the resources. Oh yeah, mystery seeds are nice. I haven't unlocked all the different plants you've unlocked. Also, I have a familiar now. He's a kitty. He gives me extra lives, and also if I run by him, he gets startled and attacks my enemies. Yes, we literally get to weaponize the cat startled scratching somebody to death meme from anime as a weapon. Oh look, it's Heracles, who is typically as buff as possible because he's Heracles. I'm just gonna start killing everything that moves other than you and your pet now. Thank you. Very Heracles. Watch. Kitty's gonna go start resting. And I'm just gonna run past it. Where are the enemies? Oh, there they are. Yes. Unleash the power of cat. And explosions, I guess. But also cat. Yes! Gotcha. Get wrecked. Also saw some mummy stuff. They have a balance stat that's based on how well they're embodying Mott. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that makes sense, because does that also come up when they're like, essentially, so, okay, so when the mummy game, are there rules for essentially running something? Oh, look at the Dirk, have ancient Greek head thingy. Ancient Greek Dirk. It's called a laurel, my friend. You know, laurels, resting on your laurels, that kind of thing. Ooh, what is this? Olympus Rising. Path starts to effect with a god sent effect from an Olympian. That's new. Okay, so against Mott. Yes, balance 1. Offenses against individuals, including murder and other crimes I can't talk about. Any deliberate act that leads to death or permanent harm of a person. Any of the above potential offenses against living creatures living in accordance with Mott. Allowing any of the above offenses to take place without trying to prevent it. Causing harm, doing intentional harm, doing harm at all, less than your actual best. Huh. Wow. Like, even emotional harm. You can't even emotionally insult somebody. Laurel. But yes. Let's break this. There we go. Hello, Hate.
Get to the mountaintop as yet. In
case you haven't, nothing
good
awaits you there.
Or so I hear.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I kind of like this version of, that is like a lot. Although, to be fair, unlike most other World of Darkness campaigns, you're not meant to be doing, you're not meant to be doing morally gray, people. You're meant to be playing as essentially like,
The Olympians want to buy
some half-gods stealing their glory. I get the drudgery, not the important work. Thank
the fates that you get some of each.
Like, unlike them, you don't get just like...
Fight on.
Oh god, what were they saying? Unlike a lot of the others, you're not really playing a morally gray character. You're playing someone who's supposed to be good. In fact, you're supposed to be the best, right? Like, I know the new Mummy lore is essentially a person who was, like, mostly good, but was heavily flawed in one particular way. But once that was healed, they could be better. But even the old Mummy lore, they were, like, essentially, like, ancients who were, like, the best of humanity, risen to serve Mott Eternal. So, of course, they have a very strict code of conduct. Honestly, it's kind of like the Beast thing, but inverted in a lot of ways. Where, like, instead of, like, descending into the Beast, you are trying to keep yourself, you are trying to ascend to, like, the honor of Mott, it feels like. You know? Like, it feels less like descending into the Beast and more like you have to constantly work to uphold Mott, not uphold humanity, but like, because like, I feel like in Vampire, a lot of times like your descent to the Beast often comes as the result of just being forced to do stuff, because you're naturally an undead creature who needs blood, so obviously you're going to end up killing innocents. Whereas a mummy is actively supposed to be going around, supporting people, helping people face their, you know, demons and avoid Oblivion's fate. So, obviously, they're going to be focused on trying to attain an ideal. Not just, like, for the sake of the avoiding, like, punishment, but because that's their entire purpose, is to serve Mott, and what better way to serve Mott than to embody it. Which I think is kind of interesting. Like, the Vampire and Mummy are essentially both doing the same thing, which is trying to be as goody-two-shoes as possible to avoid the bad thing. Vampires, though, do it because of the fear of punishment, whereas mummies do it because that is their job, is to be that kind of idol that upholds that standard. I wonder if any of the vampires were actually influenced, like the whole humanity, the whole like upholding humanity to stave off the Beast. I wonder if that had ever been influenced potentially by the mummy's code of conduct, because we know that mummies have interacted with vampires before. At least not often, but there's the whole thing with the Talmeira and their, you know, that tomb that's being guarded, that was guarded by a bunch of, like, mages turned vampires who served a mummy. I wonder if, I do wonder occasionally if, like, any of the vampire, like, you know, as a theoretical thing for lore, if, like, any of the vampires had ever been influenced by the mummy's code of conduct, and are like, yes, this, but reasonable, you know, we're not expecting vampires to actually not harm people emotionally. What kind of horrifying undead people would we be if we didn't harm people emotionally? Ugh, vamps. Honestly, like, it's the reason why I could just never do a vampire campaign. It just seems so depressing. Oh, hey guys, it's Medea, who has a fire design, by the way. Medea often gets, like, this, like, really good golden aesthetic that's from a lot of the classical art about here, but I love this, like, dark blood witch aesthetic that Medea has. For those of you who don't know, Medea was Jason's wife, who helped him get the Golden Fleece, and she gave up everything to help him. She was a powerful sorceress, and then he decided to cheat on her, and she really didn't like that, and then he was going to exile her while, like, essentially going to get a new wife so he could uphold his status because he had lost all his glory days, instead of staying with her and being happy. And he blamed her, even though she was, like, just helping him, and he was fine with this. Wait for a vampire to regain their humanity and become mortal again. There is?
I know which monstrosity you mean. You intend to challenge him and all the rest?
Really?
You're in town.
How I thought vampires, like, essentially lose anything. Like, How does a vampire get back its humanity? Look. Oh my god, so let's do the meme. So this is after a foe joins the encounter, it randomly takes 1 in 99 damage. I like those odds. Honestly, I do, because, like, most of the numbers I can roll there, if it's actually evenly weighted, are pretty high damage. Like, most of that means most of the numbers are, like, about 500 or more. I like those odds,
Enough of
actually.
this place.
I like those odds a lot. Oh. Alright, Aphrodite, what you got for me? What you got for me, bitch? Let's re-roll this.
I choose otherwise.
Oof. Ooh, Shameless Attitude. That's a good one. We'll grab that.
Oh, there she
It can take hundreds of years of sacrifice for.
Does Chronos
I
offer
mean,
you
to be fair, they've done something. Wait, does that mean a mage could a mage regain their avatar if they became human again?
Don't see how that's any of
Like if a vampire, like a mage became a vampire, and then a vampire became human through the hundreds of years of repentance or whatever.
It's on me to keep things nice.
Would it be possible for them to regain their magic?
Ephira is not
What you
your
got
power,
for me, Black?
Unless that was your arrangement with
Yeah.
the Titan, though the city wasn't his to give away. In any case,
By the way, this is for those of you who weren't here earlier. This is the Cyclops that Odysseus blinded and then called himself Nobody. There are a lot of Odyssey references in this game, like a lot. Hello, Polyphemus. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, buddy. All right, and do. Slow them all down, blast them for lots of damage. Ooh. Okay. We got the speed, we got the power. Oh shoot. Nope. Don't want to get a death score or anything. In WoD, anything is possible. Fair. And don't get me wrong, I figured that there were definitely people who have, like, in their own campaigns had, like, you know, an end state where a vampire repents enough and earns their humanity back. But the process is called Golconda. Golconda. Okay. Interesting. Now, here's an interesting question, actually. And this would, like, determine how they did the lore. Are you gaining a new avatar when you become human again? Like, you're being reborn in full?
should I change
So
things up?
what cards did I get also? Damn, I still haven't gotten that Hades card yet. I'm still not sure if you can unlock that via the, this heirloom. But this effect has been utilized, so let's try something else. I kind of want to rarefy an Epic Blessing rather than do those. So let's go ahead. Hera's Blessings are actually pretty fucking good. We can order something from Hermes. Yeah, I'd like some of the upgrades for that. So if a mage had an inverted avatar, like they were, you know, like when the avatars of a Nefandi, who are like the evil mages who have inverted their very souls into desolation edginess, and let's say one of those succumbed to Golgul and became a vampire, and their avatar was destroyed. But then they gained their humanity back. Would that have cleansed them of the Nefandi? Because the avatar is essentially being reborn, would they like get a new shard, or would the shard be like purified? Oh, man. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, God, I wish I had to wait for the detect sneezing to do like a sneeze, like a Looney Tunes sneezing effect just now. Jeez. It's alright, excuse me.
New course needs to be set.
Ah, the course needs to be set. We'll take the Hera. We'll take that Hera. We are on a ship, blasting away with our magic. Behold the power of sorcery and witchcraft.
A boon.
Hello, Lady Hera,
My authority.
Queen of Olympus. The bitch who like dropped a newborn baby off a mountain because he was too ugly. That's canon. That is how. Okay, technically, there's also a version where Zeus did it, but it's a lot more common for it to have been Hera. It's a lot more common for it to be Hera, like a lot more common. Man, oh man, oh man. Hello, what are we doing here? There we go. All right. It's complicated, so both have probably happened. Interesting. Okay. Maybe you can make a Looney Tunes sneezing. The problem with that is not even that I can't do it. Like, there's definitely a way to do, like, an anime blend shape that does a sneeze. The problem is that, like, it would be really... Oh, Maybe I could do that, actually. There's definitely potential to do that. Because I'd probably have to make an emotion I switch to right as I'm about to sneeze. And then maybe that one's hooked up so that it does, whenever your mouth opens, it does, like, a sneezing animation. Like, whenever it picks up the sound of the sneeze, essentially. Also, Icarus. Hello, Icarus. How you doing, buddy? Apparently, Icarus is just a lot around now. Like, he's a ghost, but he's like, I'm gonna fight on the side of the Olympians. Because my time with Daedalus and being locked in a tower because of that deal Poseidon made is really made me in favor of the gods, I guess. Honestly, I have no idea why Icarus is in favor of working with the gods at all. For reference, the reason Daedalus was involved with Icarus, the reason they were locked in a tower, in case you don't know the full story. Actually, I'm not sure how many of you actually know the story of this. So, you know the story of the Minotaur, right? Or at least you probably think you do. For those of you who don't, basically King Minos was the king of this, you know, powerful king. And he asked Poseidon for a favor. See, he wanted to show off how great and powerful he was. So... he basically, so you can experiment and keep adding to that model. Oh yeah, one of the things I'm going to do actually is make it, outfits or little hats like this into blend shapes. So I can more easily turn them on and off with like a button press. It's actually a whole thing I've been looking into. Unlike this one where the model is kind of baked together and I had to kind of like staple stuff on. I'll be able to do like a lot more interesting add-on stuff. But anyway, King Minos asked Poseidon for a favor. See, he wanted to like honor the gods or whatever. It's really complicated. I'm not going to get into it. But essentially, he got this bull from Poseidon to show off. And it was going to be a divine favor. However, after Minos had his day in the sun, he was supposed to sacrifice it to Poseidon as a way to, you know, give back to the god who did so much for you. And Minos was like, yeah, but it's a really pretty bull. Yes, that was actually his reasoning behind pissing off a god. Just go hit Craven with the creativity with it and see what you end up with. That is kind of the plan, actually. That is kind of the plan. Alright. All foes take 20 damage every second. Damn. And so Poseidon was like, excuse me? How dare you? And he went to Aphrodite. He's like, hey, Aphrodite, I'll do you a favor. Just make his wife fall in love with a bull. Yes, you know exactly where this is going. But actually, it turns out the Cretan bull, being this divine bull of granted by a favor of Poseidon, had some standards, and it was like, I don't want to get with a human, gross. Lady, you have problems. So, she went to go find Daedalus, this famed inventor who had just happened to appeared in town that day. Wouldn't you know it? And she was like, hey, I need you to make me an anatomically correct bull suit. And Daedalus was just like, okay, sure, you know, fine, whatever. I'm not going to ask questions. You're a noble paying me a shit ton of money for one of my inventions. I'm just going to take the deal and not question things, because that gets me in trouble. So a few months later, the Minotaur happens, and as a result of that, King Minos was like, God damn it, we have a man-eating bull child, because of course it could only eat people, because it was abhorrent to nature or something like that. And he basically was like, Daedalus, I need a way to keep it in check. So like, alright, I'll give you a magical labyrinth. Like, I make you this like magical labyrinth that nobody will ever be able to find a way out of it except like you and your daughter. He's like, great. Also, because I don't want anyone to ever figure out how this labyrinth works, I'm going to lock you and your nephew in a tower and a boatload of supplies. Go nuts. And so that's how Daedalus and Icarus were locked in a tower and eventually needed to get the... Basically, yeah, don't piss off Poseidon, especially when Aphrodite can owe him a favor. Actually, just don't piss off Aphrodite in general. She is really not a great person to piss off. Like, really not. Nice. There we go, Charybdis, get wrecked. Nope. Not doing that. We're not doing this, Cryptus. Damn it. Alright, got him. Get wrecked. Okay. Alright, alright. Come on, come on. And we almost got another one. Oh shit! Ah, I had to use a Death Defiance. But yeah, so the story of the Minotaur is like one of those really weird ones where stuff just okay. This is like the thing on go long shot. God, my throat feels weird. Some water. One second, we just gotta kill this fish. All right, there we go. Drink some water.
Don't get in my way.
Alright, much better, much better.
In the name of Hades.
There we go. Sorry, throat was a little dry.
She wants a sacrifice.
Proper upbringing. If you have one of everything, darling, everyone will kneel before you. Okay.
Follow my
Got it. And we got some resources out of it too. Nice. So now we gotta go to like the actual final boss of this area. Shit. Well, we got an Ares. Souls in the underworld, but has become quite valuable to the ongoing war effort. But effective with that ore of his. Ares being like, I can appreciate anyone who can make an ore into a weapon. Okay, level up to something. Probably the wounds. Grab some of this so if we fail, we still get some resources. And let's go to town against. Oh wait, we're not to boss fight yet. Okay, bit of time. Got him. There we are. But yeah, if you're wondering, Daedalus does some weird shit. Just be aware. Daedalus did some weird commissions back in the day. Don't judge him too much. And now Icarus is at least flying free. Also, Charybdis, that monster we just fought, is one of the things that Odysseus had to get past in the Odyssey. Basically, the only way through the Mediterranean was to sail past Scylla in Charybdis. Scylla was the weird clam lady singing. In the midst, she's like this multi-headed hydra thing that plops down to ships and grabs the sailors. And Odysseus is like, cool, she only has 7 mouths and I have more than 7 sailors. Odysseus can be a bit of a dick, but by that point his crew was like so fucking stupid, so I don't really blame him. His crew had already delayed his journey home like so much, I don't blame him for that at that point. Alright, now time to go kill Eris. For reference, Eris is the bitch who threw the golden apple and started the ancient world war, the Trojan War. It really was like a big deal. Like the Trojan War essentially is like the defining moment for Greece as we define it, because so Greece was called Hellas, and to like those outs like in Greece they called it Hellas. Because Helen, the Trojan War, like going to get Helen, was the first time that Greece as a unit, as a complete nation, kind of emerged and operated in unison. Because before that, it was just a bunch of individual city-states with their own things going on. But after that, they were a unified nation who had common goals. And still bickered with each other, because, you know, Sparta and Athens both want to be that superpower. Alright. Get you, Eris. Get you. I've got you, Eris. You're not going anywhere. Yes!
Now it's my turn.
Alright. Shotgun blasting me is annoying. And I've already used the second Death Defiance. That's not great. Okay, here we go. She's gonna get her last little buff. We're gonna get out of the way. We're gonna buff ourselves with that. And we're gonna bash her face in. Nice. Just go ham with the creativity with it and see what you end up with. Honestly, yeah, for sure. I'm actually very excited to start to get that model. Like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed having this base model, and I know I've only had it for like 2 months, but I really do want something that's a bit more myself. And having the VRM on its own made me want like a custom one even more, you know. Plus, it also would be nice to, like, now that I'm getting better at 3D modeling, I could, like, see how I'm improving by how good the model gets and, like, clean it up over time, do multiple iterations and versions. Especially since I'm saving my progress in multiple different files. Like, I have a version that's just the front legs and the basic shape, a different version that's after I get the back legs, and I have another version that's, like, rough model with the wings. And so essentially I could go back to an earlier point and essentially start over if I needed to or wanted to. Which would be nice. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I think we're going to continue to upgrade the Path of Stars because it's a really nice ability. And then for the next one, I think I'll do the Charon. If I beat Prometheus. I might not beat Prometheus this run. This is, I hope we get to see Dionysus though. Trust me, if we see Dionysus, you're gonna have something to look at. Holy fuck. They just like went there for Dionysus. Jeez. It's I just want to show you because it's really funny.
The limits of my life.
It is actually hilarious because it's exactly how I imagined Dionysus when Olympus is under siege. Well, I mean, not exactly how I imagined him, but we'll get to that part. Alright. Also, everything taking random damages and enters is great. Some enemies just... that enemy just entered and took 99 damage and, like, fell over dead. Also, I've seen the 99 thing happen, like, multiple times. The damage must be weighted. It has to be, like, weighted a bit. Okay. First. Are you... Alrighty. General speed increase. Be nice. Let's re-roll. See what we get. Okay, your sprint is 15% faster and gives you a barrier that ignores 2 instances of damage. That could be interesting. So that's like a nice shield against like attacks I can't really dodge. Let's continue for an Ares blessing. Alrighty. And got it. Sweet. Slow down. Numb them with cold. Blast their faces off. Get wrecked. Ah. I am a whirlwind of magic and death. Can you tell I've gotten good at this game?
I wish never to burden my mother the queen, so heavy is her crown.
Ah, yes. Remember, Ares is the other kid Hera had in her hand when she chucked Hephaestus off the mountain. Oh, we're doing a Hera concern, Ares. While his company do not address me as mother. This is the Hera I remember from the myths. It's like, I don't even want you to tell other people I'm your mom, because I am that ashamed of both you and Hephaestus. But you especially, Ares, because you're bad war and Athena's good war. Athena isn't my daughter. I wish Athena was my daughter. Oh, there's someone who knows how to do her job. It is just hilarious how much Ares gets dunked on in Greek mythology. Like, oh, by the way, here's Dionysus.
Have you any idea why this mountain has been shaking ceaselessly? Doubtless to the occasional dismay of your
Oh
guests.
man, this is look at what they did to Dionysus. This is exactly what I imagined Dionysus doing. Although I imagine him having a few more clothes on. Yes, this is the god of party and wine. Oh.
No, Typhon hasn't.
Yes, this is the god of wine and revelry and madness. Also, fun fact, by the way, there's actually a deep lore cut reference here. I mean, in addition to the whole his sacred animal is like a jaguar thing. There is actually a deeper reference where, in most versions of the myths, Pan has some relation to Dionysus. Like, he's his son, or his father, or he's like a good uncle, or he's just like, the two of them are linked in a lot of lore. And Dionysus tends to have some satyr followers. So you might have noticed, even though Kronos has stirred up the satyrs, even though Kronos has stirred up the satyrs, they're actually here enjoying the party with Dionysus, because he is also like kind of a patron god of satyrs in a lot of myth, and he has a lot of satyr followers. So they're perfectly willing to stop fighting and chill with him in his party room.
Hello?
Which I think is like a very interesting deep cut. This game has so many like weird deep cut references to the mythology. It was clearly made by people who have a deep love of Greek myth. I mean, to be fair, they made their main characters Zagreus and Melione, which are both extremely deep reference chthonic gods, but I can't think of like I cannot think of a single other piece of media aside from maybe Rick Riordan. I think Melione appeared like once or twice in the Rick Riordan books. There have been like a lot of minor gods that appeared. But aside from that, I can't think of anything she's appeared in, aside from maybe like fanfic and like just like Greek like stories on like a few web stories. Nothing published, like in an actual bookstore that I've read. And Zagreus is a fucking basically no. I've basically never seen Zagreus in anything, aside from Hades 2. Which alone, like, you're only gonna make your main characters, characters that are this obscure. It makes sense. Although, to be fair, one of the benefits of working with these really obscure characters is you can kind of do whatever you want with them. There's not a lot of attached baggage to Melione and Zagreus, other than both of them are related to Hades, and Melione is very specifically the child of Hades and Persephone. And that's basically all their lore, Deep underworld types for Zagreus, and child of those two specific gods for Melione. She's also the goddess of ghosts, which, but like, she's an underworld goddess, you can kind of work that in however you want. Which is very smart. Like, a lot of media tries to work with all the big names in mythology, but I genuinely think you can get a lot more out of it by working with the small stuff. Because the big stuff has been done to death. We've all seen a variant of the Perseus and Medusa myth, We've all seen the whole, oh yes, her reflection will turn you to stone. We've seen Jason and the Argonauts. We've seen all of the, we've seen Prometheus even. We've seen that. We've heard all about Pandora and her box. We've seen Zeus and his many petty deeds. But if you go for these less-known characters like Atalanta, or perhaps, like the lesser-known heroes, like maybe Bellerophon, if you focus on maybe not the thing, like, I think Bellerophon is kind of thing, aside from Pegasus. Like, the Chimera is not a thing that we're well known for its myth. Like, do you know the clever way that the Bellerophon tricked the Chimera? Because you probably know about the whole burning the stumps to kill the Hydra thing, but you might not know about the whole, shoving a piece of iron in the fire-breathing monster's mouth. So Bellerophon shoved a piece of, like, lead into the Chimera's mouth when it was breathing fire on the tip of his spear, and it melted, sealing it shut so it suffocated to death. The man used a piece of lead to suffocate a creature to death. And you know how he died? He died in the most pathetic way possible. So, Bellerophon was, like, bored after his adventure, I guess. He's not really an interesting guy. He just, like, kind of shows up and does stuff. And he was basically like, you know what, I really wish I could go visit my family on Olympus. He's a demigod, but he has a lot of godly aunts and uncles. Surely they would love to see him. He's a treat, right? He slayed the Chimera, and that's, like, literally all he has to do for him. But he's like, wait, I've tamed Pegasus. I have a fucking flying horse. I could just go up and see them whenever I want. So he hops on Pegasus, and it's like, yes, I'm gonna go see my dad and my uncles. It's gonna be great. Well, Zeus doesn't like that apparently, which might be where Rick Riordan got the whole flying in the sky. Zeus doesn't like that, Which is really ironic, though, because Percy can fly on Pegasus, whereas Bellerophon, well, he's also a child of Poseidon, and when he tried to fly up to Olympus, Zeus sent a gadfly to sting the Pegasus, which bucked Bellerophon off its back, and he fell to death. The story makes it seem like hubris, but I'm like, how is this hubris? He is a demigod who went to go up to see his family on Olympus, and Zeus just randomly killed him for it with, like, no warning. I still don't understand how that was, like, super hubris. Like, I get the whole the gods are above us thing, we will never be equal to them, even the demigods, but also, like, was instant death for hopping on the flying horse he got as a gift to go see his uncle? A reasonable reaction? Like, what the hell, Zeus? Seriously. Also, my health is a mystery. Thank you, Dionysus. My health is a mystery. I have no idea how much damage I've taken. That Dionysus boon is gonna come back. Send a letter next time. Send a letter next time. Nice.
You're not Lord Charon.
Oh yeah, and Charon can't get up here.
KM.
Take what you need for gold. So I think Hermes dropped this off for him. Honor system, I guess. I do wish you could steal and fight him, because in the first game you could, like, fight, the, oh god, I'm blanking here. You could actually fight Charon, like a really powerful boss fight. If you won, you got to get some extra, like, stuff. Extra bonuses. Oh, hey!
Feeling feisty, are we?
She's one of the familiars that I'll eventually be able to tame. I just need more treats. I need to get more treats, so I can tame more familiars. They have to cook. Hello, Prometheus. I gotta say, I love the design for basically everyone in this game. Prometheus especially, though. I love his, like, burned hand with the fire of Olympus. It's like this, like, blue-red fire. Like, it's truly divine. His eyes are glowing red. He's now wearing the sash of Kronos because Kronos handed him some clothes after he freed him from the rock. And he has now tamed the eagle that Zeus once sent to rip out his liver every day.
Perhaps you simply know less than you think.
Which is just really cool as a premise. Like, it's like he's like, I have taken the curse that Zeus sent me and tamed it into my own, and now he shall only pluck at the livers of those I desire. Go, my eagle, devour them. Which is just so cool, like, it's just so cool.
I would have, yes. But since you've foreseen that outcome, it shall not come to pass. Well, if you truly think you can withstand that monstrosity,
let us see you withstand me. Typhon is like the guy who... Typhon is the thing at the top of the mountain right now. For reference, Typhon is a fucking monster. Like, he is Godzilla, basically. He's essentially the Godzilla of the ancient world. And he is so powerful, it took multiple Olympians all working together to bring him down. And they lost the first time. Like, they legitimately lost, like, hands down. Like, Zeus got his ass kicked. And his tendons were literally ripped out of his body. And Typhon essentially dropped him in a cave, guarded by, like, a single monster with his tendons removed. He was essentially like this, like, limp guy on the floor. Alright, got it. Yes, dodge. Hello, Prometheus, sitting there for me? How do you do it? Time slow, get wrecked. Resist it. Alright. Oh, shoot. We got enemies incoming. Alright, wreck his shit. Got him. Prometheus is a pretty cool dude, though. He's very pro-humanity, which is one of the reasons in this game it's, like, weird that he's working with Kronos. Okay. Okay, so back, forth, forth. Oh, shit. Missed that one. Alright. Get the Luna. Going off. Alright, keep going, keep going. Alright. Nice. We nearly got him. I told you guys, I've improved. Alright. Come on. And yes! Got the ultra off. Got the ultra off. Come on. Ah, yes, we're so close. I haven't even used the Death Defiance, I don't think, in this fight. Yes! Itos and I have... You know, I didn't know... I don't know if the eagle actually had a name in the myth. So, interesting. Also, he literally burns away, because this whole thing is that he gave mankind fire. Zeus was being a petty little dick. And Prometheus was like, no, I got you, fam. I got you. I got you. We got it. I got you guys. Not all the Titans were assholes. It was mostly just Kronos, honestly. Like, Atlas is holding up the world. He's either the general or he's just like a guy who's holding up the world. Helios is the Titan who's pulling the sun, so he's still doing his job in modern day, essentially. Like, most of the Titans were pretty chill. A lot of the worst parts of it were really just Kronos and his, like, handful of lieutenants. Who were causing most of the issues. Alright, I think we're going to use the Silken Stash to try and build up army. My PC finally streams, not falling apart. Nice. Do you get an upgrade for it or something? Ah, the storm which now engulfs the summit of Olympus
may appear to have been wrought by gods in their defense, but its
monstrosity is of far more sinister nature. So all the fucked up monsters are literally just like the spawns of Typhon. Because, for reference, 99% of the monsters in mythology are like born of Typhon and Echidna. Or not 99, but a good 90% of them are the children of Typhon and Echidna. It was her name first. I'm not talking. You know what I mean when I say that. You know what I mean. She's not that fucking, not the fucking Knuckles Echidna thing. An actual Echidna. For reference, that's Typhon's tail. Well, one of his tails. That giant thing that's like a skyscraper-sized, you know, spear, that's one of his tail tips. He is gigantic. He could play with the god. He 1v1 Zeus like it was nothing. He caused the gods to flee so terrifyingly that in one myth, they actually fled to Egypt looking like animals, which, yes, was the Greek explanation for why Egyptians worshipped animal gods, or animal-headed gods. They believed that they had seen the gods fleeing from Typhon in animal form and gotten all confused, and they were clearly just worshipping them wrong. That is actually what the Greeks thought. It's hilarious. Get wrecked, get wrecked. Alright. Yes. I've been using phone now. I installed, because poor guy told me I installing Ninja Gaiden 4 because poor soul told me I dare you. You really need to stop installing games on dares. The man who's done nothing but that says. Oh, man, I'm getting, like, wrecked by this thing. And this is literally just, like, a Typhon baby. This is just one of Typhon's little baby monsters. This thing is probably pretty newly born. Because the Typhon hasn't been loose for that long. Actually, one of the really funny things is that in lore, in, like, the official lore for like, Typhon, and, like, what happened to him after he got, like, created by Gaia and made into that fight. Exactly, shut up, Perky. So, essentially, they dropped a mountain on him, and that became the volcano. I think it was like the Helena volcano. Was it Helena? I'm trying to remember if that's the mountain that what mountain was Typhon buried under? Typhon. Let's say real quick. Typhon Mountain. Typhon. He was imprisoned under. Oh God, where? Oh, Mount Etna. Mount Etna. That's it. Mount Etna. And fun fact, that is also the same place that Hephaestus had his forges. So Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths, decided to work in an active volcano with what is essentially a thing that is almost worse than a Godzilla underneath it. And my canon explanation for this is that he hated Hera that much. Like he was like, you know what? Rather than being near my mother, I would literally rather be anywhere else. Yes, I include under the King of Monsters. My canon explanation is that he hated. Oh goddamn! I missed one of the free power-ups. Shoot! I meant to pick it up and I accidentally went somewhere else. All right, freeze and die, bitch.
Well,
Ah, yes, the blood sustains me. Okay, we can get a triple power up or we can get a Hera boon. I'm gonna get a Hera boon. Let's go. What do we got here? Oh god, the tail. I actually beat this thing first try when I finally got up this far. Well, the first time I encountered it, which is the second time I've up here. This is actually only, I think this is actually only the third time I've gone up this far. I made it up here one time before the first time I beat Prometheus. And then I made it all the way to Typhon one time. Which is why I finally know that he's there. Alright. Oh shoot. Not being able to see my health is really, really annoying. Alright, got it. Let's blast this thing down heavy. Freeze, 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 bitch! Typhon, can you please freeze for 5 seconds? Holy shit. Dash in, dash behind. Oh yeah. I mean, I've already used 2 Death Defiances, so I'm not gonna have much left when Typhon actually shows up, which kinda sucks. But hey, we're doing a good job. We're still making progress. We're going our way. And you know what? I've beaten Kronos without using any Death Defy charges now. Just once, but still. Also, there's a furry in this game. And I'm going to leave it as a surprise because I might run into her. But yeah, it is. When you'll see it, you'll know what I mean when I see it. You'll see it when we see it. You'll know. Trust me. Let's do engagement ring. Okay. Ooh, we already made it up? How high have we made it now? Is this... Oh shit!
Can't shake the
Feeling that I failed to
I
appear.
was supposed to figure out what Gramps was up to, but I wasn't quick enough. So now you're fighting Typhon face
I love how
to face.
fast he talks. It's like it's just me trying to slow down. And I just can't slow down.
our present matters seem more
Also the
important than
turtle
past.
just chilling in the bucket. Just having a good time. He doesn't mind. He's just having he's just chilling in the bag. Smile on his face. I again love the character designs. They're all great.
Typhon so he can mess with us. Then take over everything.
Yep.
You didn't know all the details, but long since figured out Kronos was up to something big. Had you not acted swiftly then, I wouldn't be here now.
I prefer guarantees to chances,
Chances
Em,
in.
but hey,
You're right.
we do the
Best we
with
can,
what
what we
we
got. Everybody's trying to do what they can right now.
I see you.
Alright. So I have less than... Okay. Let's see, what other powers do we get here? Perso Slain, and I'm gonna do range shots are instantly destroyed. -2 to an encounter. I think I'll do both the -2s. I've actually managed to fully upgrade a Hex so far this one. Ooh, Restore Death-defy, definitely. And I guess a Demeter. Besides, I had to put some Doubter in his place and show how he sucks. Ooh. Keep shapes are stronger this night. I think I just earned myself some, armor, maybe? No. I was hoping that would actually give me armor, but it didn't. I don't think it did, at least. By the way, I can't actually hurt him.
You dare hide your life force from me?
You dare hide your life force from me? Well, I can't even see my own life force, so we're on equal footing now. Oh my god. Not knowing how much health an enemy has is really annoying. Also, the wind is blowing me in directions. Back to dust. Return to nothingness. Get fucked. Alright, got him. Oh, yeah. Come on. Yes! Dodge the tongue beam. Yes, he does have a snake tongue, which isn't something in the myths, I don't think, but, like, he's the monster of monsters. He can look out where the fuck you want him to. I gotta say, again, fire design for this entire game. Ah, yes, finally, some divine help. Finally, a bit of divine aid. Alright. If you wouldn't mind, give me some more help. Ah, yes. Fire! Yes! Keep bashing him. Alright, I want to try and get at least one of these eggs out of the deal. Let's not have enemies hatch. That'd be bad. Yes! Got the enemies. Okay. Oh! Okay, I have one more death defiance from the cat. Yes, my kitty can save my life. Also, I'm getting faster and faster from that one buff. Which is why my attacks keep getting faster, because I keep picking up, like, the Ichor. And it keeps buffing me for this whole fight. Oh my god. No! No! I was doing so well! Ugh! I was trying to dodge, but then I activated the slowdown ability, and that kind of actually got me into the location. Damn it! Oh, we got so close. We got so close that day. Ah. Man.
You were talking in your sleep a little bit. Not that I paid too close attention, but...
Disappointment. Disappointment fills my soul.
You seem a little off.
Oh, just...
I was up there.
On the surface. I never thought I'd see it for myself, and now I'm there night after night.
It's cold, damp, and overrun with the dead. That sounds like the Underworld.
You're really selling me on the whole thing. If it's that bad, how come you keep on going over there?
We need to kill Typhon. Also, I got the Spear of Hades from my brother, who I'm communicating through in dreams. We have a plan to kill. We have a plan to kill Kronos before he comes back. But because this is all about like family drama, there's this constant niggling doubt that Zagreus, of all people, after his adventure, is like, hey, maybe we should like talk with Kronos at least a little bit before we stab him, you know? Like, try and talk things out, maybe? And, like, Kronos, for all his shittiness, apparently didn't harm Zagreus or Persephone, or even, like, Nyx. He just imprisoned them in a time bubble of frozen time.
And you thought it meant what?
Well, it wasn't that exactly.
Moros, the Doom. He is ill fortune given form.
I thought it prophesied that
The
the
Olympians
would have to stand against some sort of existential threat.
Well, you weren't wrong.
Well, you weren't wrong. Yeah. Typhon is very much an existential threat. Ooh, we got some potion cooking. Some ambrosia.
No way of knowing how much life force
Oh,
Typhon
fun.
has. Just have to slay him.
Yeah, it is really just, it is real little disheartening when you get to Typhon. It's like, sorry, we don't even like let you see the health bar. Just like, I know you base a lot of your stuff on that. Also, Eris keeps like littering. Eris, stop littering the grove.
More of Eris, you said before that I don't even know what I'm missing.
What
did you mean by that?
Didn't mean your family, that's for sure. Come on,
Look at yourself.
You've never lived a day in your life. That heart beating in your chest, you think it's only there to pump your blood. Just another muscle.
Also, I like how chaotic Eris is, like, even dresses. Like, she is literally wearing, like, every color she can get her hands on, piled on in a chaotic mix. It still works because she has solid character designs.
But you just want everything nice and orderly and predictable and boring.
She stole Hestia's rocket launcher.
That's not true.
You know what? You know what? Maybe if I'm nice to Eris, she'll stop beating me up as much. Here's a gift.
I do want you to feel welcome here and safe. It's not just something that we say.
May this gift of nectar show my words true.
Wow, made with real golden apples. Thanks, babe. You're the only one who's made a real effort to bring me into the fold.
Say,
why don't you take this? It isn't much.
Eris is chaos. She's not just evil. Chaos can be fun and spontaneous. It can bring it can bring moments of complete clarity. It can bring fun and joy. It's just that chaos in an ordered world tends to screw up the order of things. Also, we've got a cantina now. Alright.
Why don't I ever see you on the
surface, ma'am?
Surely we have...
Death to
Kronos is the only task.
Won't get caught up in the details like you. Each night you
spend on the mountains, the Titan secures his foothold below.
You don't see how Typhon's reemergence
complicates matters. He's not exactly the sort of problem one can ignore for long.
Really?
Watch me.
You've known Headmistress quite
Typhon, there's not like a lot of revenge to get off something as mindless as Typhon, you know?
Well,
all I can say
is that I was
alone.
At the end of one
Odysseus.
Start of another.
Lost.
She appeared before me then.
Reel the path. Strife. Like canoe trip. Yes, exactly. Like, yes, there will be hardship, and there'll be chaos, and there'll be unexpected turns, and the canoe might flip over and dunk you in water. But will that victory not be all the sweeter for the chaos and craziness that you have had to endure? Eris has her place. She's known, yes, she's mostly known for fucking shit up and for causing the whole Trojan War thing. But for all of those problems that she causes, she is a force of universal force of chaos, which is not inherently a bad thing. It was from chaos, you know, capital C chaos, that all things in the Greek mythos were born.
It's warmer than it used to be or something.
In a weird way, strife and chaos and spontaneity can almost be considered the origin of existence. A single moment of random craziness. Didn't think I'd feel this way. Though it's good to be back, Melly. Oh, your grace.
You found your way back. You're welcome here and safe as ever, Icarus.
I haven't actually seen Icarus here before. This is the first time he's shown up. I've seen him a few times on the service now, but this is actually the first time he's gone down here.
Flying past the city of Ephyra sure beats having to trudge through. I still have to check in with Master Odysseus, though I'll try not to be such a stranger around here.
Like the Doom Engine Strife? I mean, it's Strife. I'm not sure it's Doom Engine Strife, but it's Strife. Alright, let's plant some seeds. Let's see if we can talk with our dear friend. Hypnos is still sleeping. We've been trying to wake him up. No success so far.
What can we we do.
And oh, beast-loving morsels. We should probably make some of those.
Power to change.
I'll go talk with headmistress.
Tis a wonder that your mountain relatives are still able to be of benefit to you whilst having Typhon at their gates.
Do they have any sort of strategy to stop him? I think their strategy is hit it till it dies and hide until we get enough strength to hit it.
They're working together to drive him back, along with the Titan's legions. But if they have a greater plan to put an end to the assault, they've not yet let on.
Let
Interesting.
us assume then that they've no such plan. However, I'm beginning to think that the father of
Collect what samples I can. Oh joy, we're gonna need samples from Typhon to make the killing time spell. Which makes sense. Typhon is like one of those powerful beings in the universe. He's literally a child of not only Gaia, Mother Earth, but the primordial void, Tartarus itself.
The father of all monsters isn't back because
He is.
The thing is,
I
knew
all
that.
It's just
I
I
was
was just checking to
checking
see if my disciples had the nerve to stand up for that which.
Nice going,
so you
everybody.
knew of Typhon's return.
Cool one. You should actually play open world RPG game on Doom Engine.
This is
Open world in a Doom Engine? That seems like a weird combination.
Foolish Titan. He is
Awakened Typhon,
the most terrible
monstrosity that ever lived. I still bear my
scars
scars
from when we
from
first
such
clashed
past
very
so
long
long
ago.
ago.
Together we did
vanquish
him
him
before.
before.
We shall
We
have
shall
to
manage
manage it
it
again.
again. I do love that everyone in the Greek mythos is just like fucking immortal, and so problems from centuries ago just pop back up whenever they feel like it. It's hilarious. I think it's also one of the reasons it's like a fun mythology to, like mythology is a fun thing to do, because so many of the characters are immortals who can't really die in a lot of mythologies, or their death is prophesied for like a later time where you can like make that happen in the story like Ragnarok, that it can be really fun to like bring those stories and have them replay with like a modern twist. Because you can literally have the old story and the new story exist in the same canon because everybody's immortal. Which is literally what this game is doing. Like, nobody stays dead for long.
It can be a very rewarding experience, but sometimes you just want to get to where you need to
Oh, you know, unless you're immortal. And then, if you're immortal in this universe, get fucked. This is like the God of War thing. Like, imagine this. There is literally like a hurricane as like the dead stream out of the underworld, burning cities. The sea is full, the Mediterranean Sea is full of ghost ships on their way to Olympus, where a literal god of monsters, summoning a hurricane, bears down upon it, flattening anything in his way. Like, that is like a terrible place to be for a mortal.
Here we go.
Like, truly awful. You know, there are a lot of dodge boons. I wonder if I could ever actually get like a full, like 100% or like 90% dodge chance. That would be a little crazy. They must have systems. Well, maybe they don't have systems, because like even if you could do it, it'd be like a roll of the dice. There are only a few of them, and a lot of them require different infusion levels too.
Hold still in their shades.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! All right, got him. Now he's stunned. Stun lock you. Also RPG from the 90s.
Your soul
Cool.
damned traitor.
So we've got Titan problems real close to home.
Blasted scene about Prometheus.
But then, I reckon if Dad chained me up and had an eagle chew me liver every day, I'd be mad too.
I mean, you're already probably plenty mad for plenty of other reasons, Hephaestus. Don't hold back from my account. Prophecy foretold. Ooh, what just got foretold? Did I find some ingredient? Mayhaps? Also, enemies will just pop up in this hub area. Hephaestus' hammer is just like a fantastic thing to have on your main attack. Like every 10 seconds, they just get walloped for like 500 damage. Nice. Alright. What do we got? Knock foes away. Channel and get +10 power, because we're using our main attack a lot so far, especially now that we have Hephaestus' thing. Go to a side area, grab some upgrades. Alright. Get wrecked. And we got some nectar, more plant stuff. Nice, nice. This is the thing I like about Hades. He's like, you make progress and get up closer to other upgrades that you can use to get yourself closer and closer with each one. Which I know I just described roguelikes, but I really do like the way that Hades does it. There's so many different things to be working on, like different arcana you can try out, different heirlooms to slowly upgrade with each run. You can find different resources for the different spells you can cast here. You can work on finding different upgrades, like not just for spells, but also for like upgrading your weapons. You can find stuff to like just make the area nicer. Oh, you can even like try out different god boons to slowly earn favor with them by giving them ambrosia. Like, there's just so much to do on any one run that every run I have ever been on in this game, unless I die really early, it always feels like I'm getting something is happening. I'm making progress. I'm slowly chipping away at the problem, you know? Which is nice. It's a good feeling to have. Let's see. Are there any of these I'm looking for? So, I am looking on Natural Selection, which I need Arctic Ring for, I think? Arctic Gale. Does anybody need Arctic Gale? Because I would like to grab the epic one, but let's see. None of these need Arctic Gale. I really should probably grab Ice Strike or Flourish. Let's grab Flourish. I want to try and get some more of the combo ones I haven't unlocked yet. Got it. There we are. Grab a bit of coin, grab a bit of side job. We got everything. We got everything we need. Let's keep going. Come on, cat. We have work to do. Ooh, other side door. This really does feel like the level for ADHD. It's like, alright, I should really head back in. Ooh, side door. Ooh, side door. Ooh, Hermes file. Ooh, upgrade materials. Ooh, level up for one of my boons. It's just a never-ending cavalcade of, like, more stuff. Also, I completely forgot to fix the whole full screen thing that was going on. Oh, man. Yeah, this happens. I don't know why I can't change resolution mid-game, but I can't. 1 second, actually. Let me try something real quick here. I'm just going to test something real quick. I'm being the control panel because it's really bothering me, and I have not fixed it this whole time. Let's try this. Hopefully this will fix it. Hopefully it didn't fuck anything up either. No. There we go. Yes, I will keep this. All right, now we go to borderless. Why is... Oh, is it from this Krita thing? Why is the taskbar still there? Okay, there we go. Finally. The borderless mode was not getting rid of the taskbar, and I just could not stand it. There we go. Finally. That's bugging the shit out of me.
Splash of oil. Returned to my abode.
I don't think I've given Medea a gift. I have a bunch of ambrosia now.
Nectar bottle you can spare on my behalf? Oh, this shall be splendid.
Oh, giving her one, so I give her a second one and it unlocks the prophecy stuff.
This ought to disguise.
Nice.
I shudder to think
What concoction you have in mind. Yeah, Medea is kind of hardcore. She actually killed her own children. With the god's blessing, I might add. Basically, she, Jason was going to leave her and abandon her and her children. And so she had them die in, like, a painless way and showed them to Jason as, what you have wrought. And then she appeared on a golden chariot, bathed in the holy divine aura of the gods. It's for complicated, like, cultural reasons that Medea had been faithful to Jason for her whole life. She had given up everything. She was literally born royalty. And she gave up everything to go around, to run away with him. And he blamed and abandoned her. And so she put her children to death painlessly and left Jason weeping over the ruins of his life once more. In fact, the only reason he had done as well as he did was because of Medea. And without her, his newest plans fall apart, and he now lives a life devoid of any kind of, like, any kind of glory or respect. He dies actually in the most pathetic way possible. Jason of the Argonauts, great hero who liberated the Golden Fleece, who sowed dragon's teeth, died when a piece of his ship dropped on him, which he had been living out of because he was essentially broke and disliked by everyone around him and banished from like half the kingdoms out there. And he was living alone on a beach in the wreckage of his old ship. Literally the wreckage of his glory days. Wondering about what could have been if he didn't piss off his powerful sorceress wife. And a piece of the rotting ship dropped on him and killed him. That's how he dies. In a random accident, decades after the fact, old and bitter and with no glory left to his name. Only story, his story wanted to be told for the ages, but the man himself got nothing from it. Nothing but pain and misery and loss. All of his own making, I might add. All of his own doing, which is the important part, right? Ooh. So we get freeze off the Hephaestus bits. Nice. Okay. Remember, kids, don't ditch your powerful sorceress wife for some random princess and then tell the other one you can stay here on the side as long as you don't pretend you don't know me. You know. The sorcerers will curse you for that shit. Rightly so, I might add. And Medea got away with it. She went off and lived her own life and essentially fucked out of the story. She had no punishment. She suffered no indignation, and in her final moments in the story, she was vindicated by the gods themselves, who bestowed her with an aura showing their blessing as she rode a chariot from her father Helios down onto to stand above him and mock Jason for all that he had done and all she had done for him, only for him to abandon her in the end. And the thing with Medea is she actually genuinely loved Jason. Like, she didn't want to marry him for being a hero. Now, granted, she had been fallen in love with him partially due to Aphrodite meddling, because, you know, it's Aphrodite. But to be fair, you could argue everyone in Greek mythology falling in love as a result of Aphrodite meddling. And it wasn't like, you know, hit with the heart, I love you no matter what. She clearly had limits. Like, it wasn't like blind devotion. She loved Jason for who he was, but as he became this bitter old man obsessed with glory, he threw away, I mean, he had 2 nice children and a kick-ass sorceress wife. Like, and she had a fucking chariot of the gods. Like, holy shit. Why the hell would you abandon her? She had done everything for you. She had betrayed her home and family and stood by him. And he was still a greatly renowned hero. Yes, he was a bit iffy for all the times that their adventures ended in murder, but, like, he was still greatly renowned in a lot of the world. His story would endure. He could have been literally one of the Greek heroes with a somewhat happy ending if only he hadn't gotten too greedy. He hadn't been happy with his quiet life alone. Whereas, weirdly, it seems like Medea was. She was happy living with the man she loved and 2 nice children. Jason screwed that up, though. It's a really interesting story for me, because it's very... Like, Jason's whole thing started from a lot of, like, godly shenanigans and stuff like that. But he passed the gods' tests. He completed his task, and he was rewarded for it in his own ways. Now, granted, he didn't reward him with riches and, you know, a kingdom, but he had a nice life and a life. They had enough to get by, and Medea loved him. And he could have decided that was enough. But he didn't. It was always more, more, more. And in the end, it destroyed him. It's one of those stories that a lot of real life people might want to read up on. Just, you know, as a cautionary thing. Alright. Got him. Killed you, Polyphemus. Get wrecked.
Sleep well, Cyclops.
Alright, Lovers in the Swift Runner. Nice. Let's go.
Switch my keepsake.
Alright, we got unlocked 2 new cards. That's our maximum there. What's Eris's Bell do? For each encounter you deal point plus the fuck? Yes, you deal and take 0.5% more damage. That's so low. Then again, it is only first tier. Maybe if I level it up, it might be better. Still weird, though. Still very weird. I'll go ahead and grab... Let's see, which one of these is, like, close to ranking up? Let's do a Hephaestus one, because we can... Because if we do, like, if we wait for, encounters, then we should be able to get something cool. Okay. And I'll grab a Centaur Heart, too. More maximum HP will be good for that fight with Typhon. I also like how they have the little board game pieces, and we actually get a little cat token. We currently have 3 different familiars. I think I will eventually be able to unlock 2 more, which is the ferret near the top of Mount Olympus, and there's this dog at one of the crossroad areas near Cerberus. Alright. Okay. Got them all killed. Nope. Ah. Now we go. Also, Melione has actually, like, is starting to live up to her name as, like, Queen of Ghosts. So I can run into ghosts now, and they'll rush towards enemies to hit them with damage. Because I can command the dead. See? Rush my ghosts and defeat my enemies for me.
Time for a tune-up.
Alright. Let's do this. Ooh. Yes, please.
The Smith God's power.
Okay. Grab some more resources, and let's go. Onward through the seas. Get that started up. Frost going. Blast them. Get wrecked without even hitting me once.
Cheers,
and there's a Centaur. I think I already have enough of that, so I'm going to do this. I want some more bone shards to buy more things from the shopkeeper. I really want some more of those salts in order to unlock my thing. Also, there is a bathing pool, and you can unlock it. You can unlock cutscenes with characters by using bathing salts, which is the whole thing in this game. It is also another game that has like a whole hot springs thing baked into it. There are now several games like that, which is kind of funny to think about. Code Vein also. God, I do want to play Code Vein 2 in a bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that or not. We'll have to see. Probably, though. It's a good Souls-like that's coming out this year. At least I hope it's good. Alright, extra dose. Grab this. Yay! Sea of Stars. Okay. Nice. Max life. Got it. Hallelujah. And we're just gonna, like, activate that. Explosions be damned. Freeze, my enemies, and die. Haha. Grab this, just in case.
Mandrake seeds.
Alrighty. Onward! I'm turning the ship to the left. Is that just what is starboard? Is starboard left or I can't remember like what direction, like what ship direction is like left and right. What would be the ship way of saying turning left? Turning to starboard, or is it something else? All right, another round. And slow-mo. Get wrecked. And blasting them. Nice.
Good find.
Max life increased. Oh, I think we're okay. We're gonna see the furry now. We're gonna see the furry. All right. This game has some horny devs. Yes, that is Cersei, and it adds some very. I don't know. I'm not a seaman. It adds some very disturbing connotations to the myth about her turning Odysseus' crew into pigs. It has some very disturbing connotations to that myth. Oh, she has a tail and everything.
The source of these phenomena is a two-pronged assault on Mount
Oh
Olympus.
my god.
The Titan Prometheus and his
She
raiders,
turned, remember,
and the
she
monster
turned
Titan
Odysseus' men into pigs.
I'm headed to
I just need to remind you of that, because again, very creepy undertone to that now.
Good heavens, you mean face the wall, Poppet? Although perchance the perils you confront beneath the earth are
Oh
even worse.
my, oh my.
Let me protect you then, as best I can.
Her blessings are pretty sick, though. Ooh, I do want to get another. I'll get another Arcana.
Bless you, Poppet.
Thank you.
What do we get? Yes, we get a chance for heroic and legendary boons. Don't know, does not look as bad. Also, gift for you, Cersei.
Not all divinities require offerings, you know. Our Olympian relatives.
I think she's also a. Wait, is she also a child of Helios, or am I just
Do
insane?
not presume to spoil me.
Huh.
Olympus is well accustomed to receiving offerings from all across the land. Living here on this remote island, I don't think you're at risk of getting quite as used to it as that.
A remote island in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Well, are there any resources we haven't seen? Because there's usually some stuff around here. Nothing? Nada? Zilch? Okay. Ah, yes. Here we go. Get wrecked by my anvil blast. Okay. And here we go.
New course needs to be set.
Ah, yes. And I'm still trying to look up if, like, they have, if Cersei and Medea are both Helios, daughters of Helios. Because I'm nearly positive that Medea is, because she has the whole chariot thing. Which was Helios' sun chariot that she was allowed to borrow for that little scene, if I remember correctly. But I can't remember, was Cersei also a child of Helios? I know she's like the direct descendant of either a god or a titan. Like, she has some powerful divinity in her blood. She's an immortal, all-powerful sorceress with access to immense amounts of magic. So, you know. There's that. I'm actually a little surprised we haven't seen Helios. Because Selene's in the game, so we had the moon goddess, but no Helios, which is a little interesting. Like, I get that we're doing, like, underworld shenanigans, and, you know, the moon is more associated with death and the afterlife than the sun. The sun is usually associated with light, as opposed to the night, which has death connotations to it, usually. Don't know why, the night is wonderful, but, you know, I guess you can't grow stuff during the night. Oh, man. Yeah, Cersei was also Helios' daughter. Okay, cool, yeah. Oh, shit. Shoot. My controller just stopped responding briefly there. That was weird. Oh, shoot. Alright. Lock you in this binding circle and blast you for massive damage. Get wrecked. More HP. More. It is interesting, though, that two of Helios' children are powerful sorceresses. Was he associated with magic? I mean, I guess he probably had some association through them, but, like, it's really weird. I never thought about that. But two of the most famous sorceresses in Greek myth are Medea and Cersei, and both of them are children of Helios.
No problem.
I mean, that's weird. I had never thought about that before. Huh. Well, guess that's thing. I love it when how even I start piecing together stuff about Greek mythology when I think about it long enough. I really do need to go down that rabbit hole now. Now I want to start looking into Helios and seeing what connotations he had with magic.
The gods, no, they do not. Yet
If
when the
need arises, they can set their differences aside. Something to try with your own kin.
You know who really gets what's going on up there? Ares.
Please,
If
if anyone's
anybody's
brought
brought
that family together,
it's the
it's
god of war. His cause, even I can get behind.
His cause? What does that mean? Just like random war and suffering? sow. Reap what you sow, Eris. Get wrecked.
Got something for you.
Alright.
So much for that.
Okay, here she comes. Blast like this. Get out of the way. Dodge the sniper round. Fire these. Do slow-mo.
Stay out of this moon.
Ah, damn it. Come on. Get ready. There we go. Yeah, your shotgun blast aren't giving me this time, Eris. Ha ha ha! Gotcha, bitch. Alright, let's let some mana regenerate. And now we do this. Got her. Yes! Didn't even use a respawn. I am a badass. Look at me. King of the world right now.
My claim.
I've got so much health. I've got plenty of mana. Oh, fishy.
See that one?
Also, my cat does the fishing mini game for me, so I don't have to. Isn't that great? Fantastic. It's wonderful.
Makes it look easy.
She caught a squid for me. Such a good girl.
Moving on.
Such a good kitty. Very useful cat. A weirdly helpful cat, actually. This is probably the most helpful any cat has ever been in any game ever. Like any other game, if you wake a cat up for their nap, they're not gonna like help you fight the enemies. They're gonna glare at you, scratch your face, and then go back to sleep. Or maybe go to a different room and go back to sleep. Alright. Ooh. Oh, I can't unlock either of those? Damn. Okay. Also, I do have a physical copy of the Maltese Falcon now, finally. I've been, like I said earlier, I've been reading it through ebook mostly, but I have been checking it out. It's going well, and I'm going to try to get that out sometime. I've just been... There's been a lot going on. I've had a lot of stuff happening. And a lot of things I'm working on. Also, these little drakes. They're not quite... They're more like wyverns, or maybe like coatls. Honestly, I like the name coatls for these. They're called drakes, but honestly, coatl sounds like a better name to me. I know it's very, like, you know, Mesoamerican, but still. Quetzalcoatl is weirdly one of my favorite dragons, even though he is described as like a serpentine dragon. I just have always loved a lot of like the brilliant feather. Like a lot of the ones that have like the rainbow feather dragon look to me is like, I've always thought that's just a really cool dragon look. Also Julius from Heartstrikers is like one of my favorite characters, so, you know, grandson of Quetzalcoatl like there, so obviously I have to like it. I do really like Julius in the Heartstrikers series. I really want to reread that whole series at one point. Maybe do a short about them. I've honestly been thinking about trying to get shorts out for like a lot more stuff. I do have the Dragon Lord short almost ready. One of the reasons I keep putting it off is because I keep thinking of like other things I want to put in it and trying to like rework it. I just need to like put it all down and just like let it go. It's just that 3 minutes is a really short amount of time. I've recorded it like 3 times now, and every time I'm like, yeah, but this doesn't have this thing. And I'm like, I can't have everything there. I just need to talk about the main details. One thing I recently did though is like, I actually got like some like, I guess like you call it like normal person reference points, which is like, okay, so there's something in the story called a phylactery. And we're told that it doesn't do what a phylactery does. And it doesn't technically do what a phylactery does. But there are a lot of liars involved on both sides. And I need to know if regular people, especially people who've watched like fantasy and sci-fi movies, have ever heard the term phylactery. Turns out most people haven't heard that term that I've talked to. And that included my dad and several of my cousins who have watched some fantasy stuff and have even watched Harry Potter. And I was like, it's like a Voldemort Horcrux. And they're like, oh, I get that. I get what that is. So they understand the idea behind it, but they didn't immediately recognize the word. Which I guess, is good. It lets me judge the characters and their intellect, you know, to a certain extent. Ooh, cardio gain is a really good spell. Or a really good boon. Love that one. I mean, it constantly regenerates mana anyway, but, like, getting to regenerate off the strikes and not having to, like, stop my assault. Just getting to, like, immediately get mana back from the moment I do damage or anything is a fantastic prop. Cold. The numbing cold. Get wrecked. There we go. There we go. Boom. Got it. I meant to look more on the Dragonborn thing yesterday, but I got really caught up in the modeling thing. I meant to only spend like a few hours on that, and then I looked up and it was like 10:30 at night. So, because I meant to divide my time between those two, but then I had to like redo part of it, and I'm like, I don't want to wait till tomorrow, and so I did that, and, you know, the short kind of got put on hold for a bit more. Alright, get wrecked. Get wrecked. Yes! Feel my power, the power of the gods at my fingertips. Haha. Here, Hestia, have some nectar. Have a draught of some good old immortality juice. I know you're immortal already. You know, it's a really funny thing about ambrosia and nectar. Apparently, it makes you immortal. Unlike the Percy Jackson thing, where it literally just like incinerates people. But like, if they drink too much of it, if demigods can have a little bit, it heals them. But like, apparently in the myths, it's supposed to make you immortal. And the gods apparently love drinking the immortality juice. Which is really funny, because they're already immortal. It's not like it makes them double immortal. They're not Sun Wukong. You know?
Excellent.
You're not Sun Wukong. You don't just get to be double immortal. He's the only person who gets, like, multiple layers of immortality that are all implied to have worked. Alright. Knock him out, knock him out. Got it. Finally.
For Sister Selene.
Alright. Thank you, Selene. That was a bitch of a monster you dropped on my head. Jeez. Oh man. I want to get the increased critical damage thing too. Alright, walking through here, getting some more health back.
Not had enough of me, Draken.
Gold. Alrighty. Wrecking him. Alright. Go super speed. Slow-mo. And Devader's frost effect on top of the slow-mo. Good synergy. Also, I love how even mini bosses, once their armor goes away, they just get bodied by regular attacks. Ugh. Must be embarrassing. The moment you lose your armor, you just get like juggled by the opposing player. Must be really embarrassing to go back to the Prometheus and be like, I'm sorry, he just started juggling me and didn't stop. Oh man. Ooh, Flame Strike, Flame Flourish, Smolder Ring, okay. Nope, none of those are an option. Let's reroll.
Not what I want.
Can I reroll? I can't reroll again, damn. Anything else I can get? Don't have any of Ares' stuff either, but... are any of these on Ares' list, at least? Control Burn, Glowing Coal. I don't really want to use Glowing Coal, though. I hate using it. It's annoying. Okay, Isolated Foes will include the boss, so I guess I'll include that one.
Going up.
Yes, more health. Alright, got it. Reap what you sow. I don't want to take any damage here because I'm already low on health and I need to like conserve everything all I can. Alright, there we go. And there we are. And now we go slow-mo again. Some Wukong would fuck the entire Pantheon off, or at least it's really fucking wonder. He would drink it with Kratos. Drink it with Kratos. Oh, hello, Athena. Showing up to help out again.
Excellent timing.
Here you are. Bit of
Your
nectar.
gesture is unnecessary. Warring mortals often make me offerings in hopes that I might guide them to victory. But you and I have a shared purpose.
Also, she's decked out in like full battle armor now, and the Medusa head is blinking. Like, apparently that's actually Medusa in there, like just fused to the shield forever.
This is no incentive.
Damn.
Merely a way of saying thank you for accepting me and recognizing what potential I may have to aid our family in a
Imagine being still alive while your face is emblazoned on a shield for the rest of eternity. Carried around with the woman who turned you into a monster.
Summit, haven't you? The source of all the tremors. Almost as though the mountain itself quakes with fear.
We need a
The gods
plan.
have stood against Typhon before.
Wasn't a well-placed thunderbolt from Zeus that did him in?
Tales of valor and deeds of valor are
But not always
one
one.
and the same. Then let us
Lure
lure this
Typhon
Typhon toward the summit, where our
Strength
strength combined
combines
with
with
yours is the
yours.
best opportunity we have. And
Take
please, take care, cousin.
Alright, got a boon. Ooh. +1 death defiance that replenishes each location, but I prime. How much do I prime? Oh, that's all my magic. I can't afford that one. Your specials also like a projectile ahead that can deflect. Let's grab the failing shot. That's a pretty good one. Ooh, another Herbies. After another 3 encounters, let's go.
Come, satyrs.
Come, satyrs. Get wrecked. Die. Yeah. Okay, okay, we got it. Got him. Alright, we need some slow-mo here. Get wrecked. All of them die, please. And there, now we got the basic zombies left. Okay.
Lost too much blood.
Man. Alright, chance-based effects are more likely to incur, except for dodge or daze. Let's do the bonus gold so we can grab something more later. And we got some more adamantine or whatever this shit is. And another upgrade. Here we go. Alright, get the harpy now. Kill it. Alright, kill this thing. Damn it, I wasted Death Defiance. Oof. I do like that they have like the prime thing where your mana bar gets utilized. Because if you're not focused on like a casting build with something like the spear, you might be able to do a build where you don't even really use cast, and so prime can just be used as like a currency to spend on more powerful buffs for that particular build. Which is really cool. It adds like a lot of verticality. But then there are a lot of powerful things you can do if you can get like infinite mana going or infinite mana regen. But you still need a certain amount of base mana, and gaining more mana means often like foregoing like a boon or something that usually is a bit more immediately impactful. And unless you know that you're about to have some big prime offer, which you don't always see, you don't generally go for mana, so there's often like a resource here. I'm here, that's me. Thanks for asking, doing barely. Athena's like, yeah, that's me. I'm here. That's me. Thanks. Thanks for asking. I'm doing barely. Man, if I get that blast recharge down to like once a second, that would be amazing. Don't think I will though. This was the final one. That's why I didn't choose the mana there. But ooh, let me get it up even higher. Oh my god, we got it down to 3 seconds. That's kind of nutty, actually. This means every 3 seconds we're just gonna blast the enemy. That is insane. Grand Caldera. I'm gonna do even more damage.
Golly, is that you?
Hello.
You're looking well, Golly.
You're looking well, Gale. It's not Gale, it's Gale. Gale did not get turned into a ferret, trust me. I swear. I was referring to Medusa, actually. Oh, yeah, I'm here. Don't worry about it, I'm doing fine. Just stuck to a shield for the rest of eternity with the bitch I hate. You have sex with a god in the rival god's, you know, temple one time. The next thing you know, you're a horrifying monster turning everyone to stone, and while you're sleeping, some asshole with a sword, who's actually a great guy, just cuts off your head and leaves you for Medusa to pick you back up and fuse you to a shield. What a shitty life.
Summit and a family to protect.
Come on to the summit to a family to protect. I will, thank you for asking. Haha! Get wrecked, bitch. Ooh. Oh wait, here we go. Alright, we got Simon Says. Red light, green light, Simon Says. Alright. Now we gotta go all the way down. There we go. Cold. The numbing cold. Haha! Ooh, there we go. There we go. Simon Says again. Okay, so stay up here. We gotta go down to the middle, and then go down to the bottom, and then go back to the middle, and then go even more. Middle, bottom, back to the middle. There. Alright, build up the meter and go for gold. Yes. Alright, you gotta build him another meter. Honestly, we don't even need that. We might be able to pick him on our own. Ah, shit, I lost our Death Defiance. Damn it. But we got the meter now, and he's dead. This is the type of immortality you have no jack shit from. Yeah, even I probably wouldn't want that type of immortality, because at least I would like to, like, you know, be able to do shit. She's kind of like, this is like a Prometheus thing. It's like, yeah, would you like to be immortal and be Prometheus? It's like, liver getting torn out every day. Doesn't seem like you have a lot of time to really ponder the nature of existence or anything like that. Alright. Ooh, boom. A little late, but sure. Light Smite. Oh, this would have been nice. I probably wouldn't have gotten, probably wouldn't have had the other thing happen.
No trace remains now of the Titan of Foresight or his eagle companion, save for a single feather left behind.
Alright.
Just no more eagles, please.
Honestly, this might be a good place to stop. One of the cool things about this game is that I can kind of stop in this place and exit out, and progress was saved less than a minute ago, so you can actually stop between rooms. This seems like a pretty good place to go ahead and go stop, though. It's like 9:30, and I would go all the way to Typhon and push this to like a 9:45 stream, but unfortunately I do have on-call work tomorrow, so I have to get up really, really freaking early. And I might really need to go to bed early tonight because I am tired. So, yeah, I will see you guys all next time. Do I hear her voice somewhere? I don't think I heard Medusa's voice anywhere in here. Not that I'm aware of.
My friend, set.
Anyway, see you guys.